Is the home plate umpire. Schumacher takes ball one. Underway. 72 degrees, the sun shining in the Berg. Beautiful night. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Schumacher. 2 for 4 last night, 2 for 7 in this series.
It is absolutely gorgeous evening to be here at the ballpark. City bathed in sunlight.
First base. Oh, Roche will be charged with an error. His first miscue of the season.
And it went to the backhand. Not sure that was necessary. Well, watch it. They kind of backhanded it, but he was backhanding it almost behind him. That ball might have changed directions a little bit and had some funny spin on it.
Pirates have done such a good job defensively all season long. It's the first error charged to the first baseman Adam LaRoche. And for the team, just the 15th miscue on the year. Only the Philadelphia Phillies have fewer errors coming into this game than the Pirates in all the National League.
And that's a very important number for the Pirates. They would like to try and win on pitching and defense. One of the reasons they brought in Perry Hill in the offseason was get the defense as good as possible, and it's paid off.
Runner goes from first. Ball bounced foul. Robinson hitting .231. 3 hits and 13 at bats. The Firestone stat, the top of your screen, National League, fewest earned runs allowed. This goes along with what we were just saying. Pirates are the 132, third best in the league. And there you see the top 5. Carston's going to try and pick up his first baseman.
Well, the other coach that was brought in the offseason, besides Perry Hill, Joe Kerrigan, the pitching coach, to try and change the pitching around a little bit. And that also has paid dividends here early. Pitching, except for a small little spot.
Look at this. Well. Double play ball.
Perfect.
Picking up the first baseman indeed. It's the ground ball right to Freddie Sanchez, who had a stellar game last night, as did Jack Wilson. They're back. These two buddies really enjoy playing the middle of the infield together.
Looked like Robinson was trying to take a shot at that hole on that side.
Oh, look at
Couldn't
that.
Quite get it done.
Pretty stuff. And now, of course, Pujols comes to the plate again, as has been the case much of this series, with the bases empty.
It really is kind of neat, the fact that our double play guys played the middle of the infield growing up with each other in Southern California. Really unusual to still being able to do that this far along in their careers. Played on some of the same, I guess, all-star teams there in the San Fernando Valley growing up.
Of course, back then, Sanchez was the shortstop and Jack Wilson was the second baseman. Jack Wilson would eventually get drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, man, 1 and 2. Rarely do you see Albert Pujols
fooled like that.
Well, I mean, that is, you might as well keep this for the archives. That just doesn't happen. He's a tough man to strike out. Fastball away. On deck, Chris Duncan. Pujols just 11 strikeouts this season. 13 homers, tied for first in the league. 11 Ks. 35 RBIs, the most in the league. And a stop made by Hensky to his feet, and they get him. Lead off air, but a couple of ground balls from Karstens. Head to the bottom of the first. Pirates come to bat. Adam LaRoche hits cleanup. Robinson Diaz behind the plate. Eric Hinsky made that fine defensive play. Top of the inning. And there's Brandon Moss, Jack Wilson, and Jeff Karstens. Against the rookie, Mitchell Boggs.
Yep, got a youngster out on the mound. Let's do some good work. Keep this offense clicking along. You see his numbers, just 3 starts. One of them against the Pirates didn't go all that well for him.
Pressure on him tonight. He knows Chris Carpenter is about ready to come off the disabled list. So he would like to impress the Cardinals, or even though he'd be out of the rotation when Carpenter returns, which might be as early as their upcoming homestand. Starts Friday night against the Brewers. Or maybe stay on the staff as a reliever. 2-1 the count on Nyjer Morgan.
Well, he definitely knows that his days are numbered. You try not to think about it, though, when you're out there where he is right now. Don't let thoughts like that creep into your mind.
Morgan takes all the way.
Just taking 3-1, being very patient.
9 walks in 18 innings for Mitchell Boggs. We're talking about Perry Hill being added to the coaching staff to try and improve the defense. Well, Eric Hinsky making the start at third base. Our Southwest Field cam shows the play he made to retire Pujols.
Well, that was right over the bag, too. Right across the chalk line. Didn't take away a hit, took away a possible extra base hit.
Take another look at Eric Hinsky making his first start tonight at third base.
Foul territory when he made that grab. Throw a strike.
I don't know how I did it, he said. Eric Hinsky, good man to have on the bench. There's a good man to have on the bases. Leadoff walk. Time to check out Bob Walk's keys to the game, brought to you by A&L Motors.
Yeah, pitching related, as all keys really should be. Karstens didn't walk anybody last time out. Can he have control like that 2 games in a row? That's what we're looking for. Boggs threw more balls than he threw strikes in his first start against the Pirates. So they have to show patience, just like Morgan did, and see where he is at as far as his control, and make an adjustment. If he's being aggressive because he knows he was real wild and just starts pumping fastballs for strikes, now, as a hitter, you have to become aggressive. So it's going to be about patience early and make an adjustment if you have to.
Strike on Sanchez. 2 for 4 last night, 3 for 7 in the series. Will Nyjer Morgan be running? Got the rookie Boggs on the hill. Looks like Morgan might have been leaning. Nyjer Morgan with 9 stolen bases in 14 attempts. You've got one of the better defensive catchers in baseball behind the plate, working with Boggs.
Yeah, it's going to be all about his jump. And Molina is going to do his part. At least you have to assume that. Nyjer has to get the jump off Boggs.
Molina has thrown out, as you see, 3 of 10. And now Sanchez in the hole, 0-2. Tony Beasley is the Pirates' third base coach. Runs through the signs. That's the base running instructor. Time is called as Molina, you see, going to go out and talk to Boggs. Freddie Sanchez hitting .323 on the season. Having just a fine year. Currently on a 7-game hitting streak. Last night, his league-leading 14th double.
Not going to surprise me at all to be talking about Freddie and a possible batting title once we get into that month of September. He looks like he's got that same drive, that same swing back again. And not surprisingly also that with the base hits, the doubles are coming. In his batting title year, he had over 50 doubles. He's hitting the way he should. He's getting a lot of extra base hits. Been gobbling up just about everything at second base, too. Since we're talking about the defense, he's been doing a great job.
One and two on Freddie Sanchez. Pirates winning last night 5-2. Got an Adam LaRoche double that scored Freddie Sanchez, who had doubled last night. There goes Niger Morgan, and it's fouled off.
Straight steal, Niger going in head first. He's not looking over his shoulder to see what's going on at the plate. He's just concentrated on job one. Get to second base as quick as possible. Beezer going over the signs again at third.
Another foul ball. Get that combination. Bob talked about that, the batting title year with Freddie Sanchez. You know he's going good when he's got all those doubles, racking up the 2 base hits, and time again fouling off a number of pitches, constantly battling. Just reaches out, and that is so much like that 2006 campaign. He can hit it hard into the alleys, down the lines for doubles, or just little flares.
Well, one of the things you can talk about with good hitters is their knowledge of the strike zone. Not with Freddie. Look at that pitch, just a foot outside. He is just a flat, natural hitter, can get the bat on the ball no matter where you throw it, and can find holes.
When you're going over scouting reports, if you're Dave Duncan and the pitching staff, how do you approach Freddie Sanchez?
Just say, hey, he's going to get his hits. Throw it down the middle.
Good luck. McLeod takes inside.
You know, throw it down the middle. That's what they used to.
Don't waste all these pitches.
They used to tell me about Tony Gwynn. Just throw him up and away. Let him get his hits out to left field. Just, you know, don't throw anything slow he can pull and go for extra bases. Just let him hit his singles to the left. He's going to get hits anyway.
Yeah.
Just throw him up and away. He'll fly out twice, hit a ground ball, and maybe a line drive over there for a base hit. Maybe you can hold him to one hit. The good hitters, that's what you do. You try to hold him to one hit, pitch him a certain way to where maybe your defense can overload. But other than that, you know, what are you going to do?
McLeod outstanding with men in scoring position, men on base. Pirates setting up shop early, trying to get to this rookie. 2-1 the count. A walk to Morgan and a base hit for Freddie Sanchez. Can't say enough about what Niger Morgan has continued to do, carrying over from late last summer to this year as that leadoff hitter, casting aside any doubts about what he can do at the top spot of the order. Inside 3-1.
Well, his at bat tonight was just exactly how you would like to teach leading off. You know, 3-1, great hitters count. What was he doing? He was taking all the way. He's a first hitter of the game. His job, if he can do it, make that pitcher throw the maximum amount of pitches before you even try to get on.
Ripped down the line and right. It's foul. Boy, it was spanked by McLeod. Now 3-2.
No, that's how a number 3 hitter handles a 3-1 count. See the difference?
Yeah.
A number 3 hitter, okay, his job is to drive a ball hard somewhere. He's in the driver's seat 3-2. He's not taking all the way. He's taking a 3-1 pitch only if it's something that's totally different than what he might be looking for. 3-1, 2-0, that allows you a little luxury to guess a little bit too. Look for a certain pitch.
A concern with Niger Morgan.
Yeah, just in case they were starting the runners on 3-2. And, you know, to be honest with you, the scouting report on Niger is maybe he gets a little nervous when he gets off and he's running. He when he does make errors, they're errors of enthusiasm.
Popped up McLeod. Shortstop going to make the play, and the catch is made by Tyler Green. Last night, Adam LaRoche thought he had his 7th home run of the season. probably thought it just for a second when the first base umpire, Lance Barksdale, and the second base umpire, Alfonso Marquez, ruled homer. But as you see, and as the umpires would later see on the replay, Mike Winters, Randy Marsh, the crew chief, reverses it. First home run reversed in Major League Baseball history since instant replay was instituted last year. Of course, short time later, Ross Glode of the Marlins against the Brewers would have his home run reversed. So 2 in one night. That leads us to our Geico quote. Adam LaRoche talking about it. It figures if I would have been able to put money on it, I would have put a lot of money on myself being the first guy to lose a home run. It's my luck.
And also to add something to that, if you know it would have came in the first couple months of a season, to April or May. If something bad's going to happen to him, it's going to be April or May.
1 ball, 1 strike. Needing a big hit against Mitchell Boggs. He lasted 4 1/3 against the Pirates, but as Bob alluded to, the keys to the game, his start against the Pirates on the 6th of May, he really could have been knocked out much earlier, walking 5 batters in 4 1/3 innings.
He threw more balls than he did strikes. It just, was lucky enough not to give up that key hit somewhere.
In the 2 at-bats he faced Adam LaRoche, he struck out LaRoche both times. There is that line. Cardinals won the game 4-2, but he obviously didn't qualify for the win, not having gone the minimum 5 innings. And he gets LaRoche again. LaRoche has faced him 3 times and has struck out 3 times. It's up to Robinson Diaz.
Diaz, good as any at this point to get up there and try for a 2-out hit. As you see that breaking ball dipping right underneath Adams' bat. Diaz has been very hot since being inserted into that catcher spot. So hot that he's moved up to the number 5 hole.
And he won't waste time. Usually swings away on the first pitch, bounces it to Thurston, and the Pirates strand 2 through 1 inning. It's a 0-0 ball game. Performance on this date 37 years ago. After 21 years with the New York and San Francisco Giants, Willie Mays homers off his former team, giving the Mets a 5-4 victory. That's tonight's legendary performance, sponsored by Cabot Woodstain. Say hey, kid. The legendary Giant, of course, and then finishing his career with the New York Mets.
Not too hard finding a lot of highlights of that guy.
Chris Duncan was 1 for 4 in last night's game and 1 for 6 now in the series. Suddenly a lot on his and Pujols' shoulders, because they have 3 of their big boppers on the disabled list. Troy Gloss has been out all year, their third baseman. Rick Ankiel last week placed on the DL. And last night, Ryan Ludwig.
I think Duncan is the guy that really is going to be under the microscope, because it's going to be even tougher for Pujols now to get a pitch. And if you're not going to throw Pujols anything winning runners on base, it's going to have to be Duncan that you're going to have to deal with. So they're going to go. Their offense is going to go, I think, a lot like Duncan's offense goes.
Karsten strikes him out.
Way out in front of the changeup. Nice movement too. Moving away from Duncan. Circle change. Watch it just fade away from the left-hand hitter. Beautiful.
Karstens has worked extensively with pitching coach Joe Kerrigan.
One of the things that Kerrigan has done is really emphasize strike one to the entire staff. That was a priority of his. And it's very important for Karstens. I was looking at some of his numbers, comparing last year and what he did for us and this season. And the on-base percentage this year is almost 100 points difference when he throws strike one as opposed to ball one. And last year was 150 points difference. So throwing strike one important for everybody, but for Karstens it's really huge. And most of those the difference in the on-base percentage came from walks, surprisingly. Last year, in 9 starts with us, he only walked a total of 13. 12 of those walks came when he started off with a ball one. When he throws strike one, he didn't walk anybody.
And a base hit just sneaks through between Sanchez and Adam LaRoche. Yadier Molina, a 1-out single.
But that's just a little deal with using Karstens as an example of how important ball one or strike one is to the entire at bat, not even just the next pitch. It has repercussions all the way to the end.
Karstens now facing Colby Rasmus. 1 for 3 last night, 2 for 5 in the series. And there's a drive deep to right. That one is going to be way gone. How far will it go? Toward the river. Colby Rasmus, his second home run, and there she goes. 2-0.
Wow. And that was on a first pitch strike. And that's another little fly in the ointment. You know, those first pitch strikes are so important that you might think, well, just, fire a fastball in there for strike one all the time. Strike one can't just be fastball down the middle. It has to be a variety of pitches. There's a breaking ball for strike one. So you don't have what happened to Karstens before happen. Because guys that put the first pitch in play hit very well. We were talking about Duncan. I knew we would talk about him, so I used him as an example to look up to see what his numbers were with that first pitch strike in mind. And when he goes 0-1, he hits 245. When he goes 1-0, he hits 292. But when he puts a first pitch in play, Duncan hits 385. That's why you have to throw it for a strike, but at the same time, be careful with it. It's got to be a changeup, breaking ball, mix in some fastballs, but they can't just always sit fastball, strike one. It's like a little catch-22 that you're in.
Yeah, throw strikes, but
not
just any strike.
You can't just lay it in there. Because if it was all about just, you got to throw strike one, heck, anybody could do that. Just say, okay, here, 85 mile an hour right down the middle. Well, that's not going to work.
And a base hit for Tyler Green. Another look at this home run from Colby Rasmus.
Yeah, this was a fastball. He went right after him for strike one. Look at that. That's center plate, mid-thigh. And Rasmus immediately knew it was gone. Looked right down and went into his jog, and you can see why he knew it was gone. It was a bomb.
Into the Allegheny. Second home run of his career. Colby Rasmus, the 22-year-old, first round pick in 2005. Joe Thurston hitting .250 his rookie season. Mentioned that Karsten's, including the pitcher Mitchell Boggs, facing 5 rookies in this lineup. Shane Robinson, Rasmus, Tyler Green, Thurston, and then Boggs.
This La Russa had a meeting before yesterday's game, trying to calm everybody down. They've lost some of their big stars to the DL, and just tell them, hey, the lineup is what it is. It cannot be changed. We have to go out and play competitive baseball with the people that we have healthy. And there's no use whining about it and saying, oh, if this or if that. Just, you got to go out and play.
The Cardinals have lost 7 of their last 10. Heading toward the end of this road trip. Another throw over the lookout. Tyler Green.
Right now they don't have 2 of their middle of the lineup hitters. They're excellent defensive outfielder and their ace starter on the staff. Those are 3 big injuries, huge for any team.
Popped it up. Diaz makes the catch. Second out. Joe Thurston fouls out to the Pirates catcher. Mitchell Boggs 0 for 6 with a sacrifice hit.
Boggs hitting 9th tonight.
Yeah, Tony La Russa only, I think, 3 times in all 3 games against the Pirates has had his pitcher bat 8th this season. Or last year, all season long, had the pitcher hitting in the 8 hole. John Russell did that for a while as well last season for Pittsburgh. It was before the Bay and Nady trades. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mitchell Boggs. Karsten strikes out Duncan to start the inning. Gave up a seeing eye single to Molina. Rasmus hit the home run. Green a base hit, and Thurston fouls out. Bench coach Gary Varsho on your right. One and 2.
Varsho up there on the steps keeps his eye on those outfielders.
John Russell has credited him with a lot of the good work with those alignments.
And the Pirates are kind of their signature this year, I think. Varsho has Morgan just taking away the left center field gap with right-hand hitters up there. I know that now right now there's a pitcher, so this is not a very good example, but believe us when we say Nigel Morgan plays just about where he is, maybe a little bit deeper on almost all right-hand hitters. Keeps that gap, especially here in this ballpark, that 410 gap closed down.
Strikeout of Mitchell Boggs. 2-0 St. Louis. going last night and in this series. The deflection last night, Ross Ollendorf off his leg. Jack Wilson there. Freddie Sanchez, couple of sparklers. That one and this one in the 9th inning off Albert Pujols.
From the shortstop side of the bag.
That was the 7th inning. And Nyjer Morgan, we're just talking about taking away that gap. That's the Home Depot doing more on defense.
Well, good defense is helped by good athletic defensive players, but a lot of good defense. I don't know. You can argue about what percentage of good defense is all about positioning, where you start each at bat, where you're lined up, or if you're a middle infielder, are you taking away the hole? Are you taking away the middle of the field? That's what really sets up all these great plays. And I think there was an example of that right there at the very end when you saw Nyjer Morgan racing into that 4-10 gap to make that nice over-the-shoulder catch. Well, the fact that he's shading over there makes that possible.
Hinsky, fly ball to Rasmus. Again, this is last night. Nyjer Morgan into the notch in left center.
So much an advantage for the Pirates in this ballpark, their home ballpark, where they play half their games, to have that good speed not only in center field but in left also. It's awesome to be able to take away that gap with that kind of speed. A lot of teams that come in here and play, they'll have their two best outfielders in center and right, and usually your offensive guy that can't play a whole lot of defense is in left.
Moss pops this ball to left,
and that will hurt you here in this park. Duncan, for instance, he's in there because of his bat, not because of the way he plays the outfield. He has to play the big left field here at PNC Park.
Get all your team gear at the official online shop of the Pirates. Check out the largest online selection of official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Shop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get your gear straight from the source. ThePirates.com shop, where baseball is always in full swing.
And here at the ballpark, too. The great clubhouse store here at the park you can visit. Nice selection of everything the Pirates have.
Popped up. Foul territory. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Mitchell Boggs. 2-0 St. Louis. Time to check out our Day Automotive this day in Pirates baseball history. May 14th, 1950, Pirates first baseman John Hippity Hop went 6 for 6, pair of homers. Bucks beat the Cubbies 16-9. Our this day in Pirates history. Thank you, Day Automotive. Johnny Hop played for the Bucks from 48 to 1950. a former St. Louis Cardinal who was once traded from the Boston Braves along with Danny Murtaugh to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Danny Murtaugh, who of course had great success as manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Schumacher reached on an error to start the ball game, was erased on a double play. There's number 40, Danny Murtaugh. Over the middle and a base hit. Schumacher starts the third inning with a base hit up the middle.
Well, that's all right, because we're going to get a double play here. Be a little instant replay of that first inning. Double play right in front of Pujols. Can't be much better than that.
Now, he won't be bunting. Breaking ball for a strike.
There we go. Strike one with a breaking ball. What a beautiful thing that is.
Nice slow breaking pitch there from Karstens.
Yeah. Robinson giving a little ground. So he squat down. He thought that ball was going to be inside. Nope. Right over the plate.
Toward third, and it's a fair ball on the first. Play going 5-3.
Nice footwork by Adam LaRoche over at first base on that throw, a little on the high side. Went into foul territory. Made it with ease.
We said Eric Hinsky is making his first Pirate start at third base tonight. And another look. He made 4 starts last year at third for Tampa Bay.
If LaRoche takes a direct step toward home plate trying to reach that throw, he might not get it. Plus, probably a chance of a collision and getting that left arm hurt. Went off the backside, made it easy. Adam's pretty good at that. That's one of his trademarks on those high throws that are offline. Able to go off the backside and wait for that ball to come down just a little bit. Mr. Pujols also a pretty good first baseman.
Albert Pujols, obviously, over his career, is in elite company. You look at his first 8 seasons compared to Stan Musial, both 2 MVPs. Pujols with 319 home runs. Stan Musial, the first Cardinal to have his jersey number 6 retired, and Karstens facing number 5, Albert Pujols. And it's a fly ball to center. Hunter at second tags, but will not go anywhere as McLeod gets a 1-hopper to Hinsky. They retire Pujols, and the fans like it.
He's the mile marker in that lineup that you're always looking to get past. Got underneath the breaking ball. Pretty much just a pop fly. Not happy with it, as you can see.
Pujols now 2 for 10 in this series.
Schumacher doing one of my favorite things, going back and tagging up with. There's already 1 out.
You like that?
For no reason other than to try and draw a throw.
I didn't think you liked it. See, you're surprising me by saying that you love one of your favorite.
Sarcastic.
Oh, he wasn't doing one of your favorite things.
I'm trying to think of who that was. Houston Astro did that against us a couple years ago, and Jason Bay dropped the ball. And then whoever the runner was got thrown out then trying to score from second base because he didn't go halfway.
Well, that's a great point. And your example there, Schumacher, had that ball been dropped, he wouldn't have been able to score. Not that ball's going to be dropped.
And the thing is, there's not a big advantage of getting to second base or getting to third base than there is second, because the catcher's going to make it 2 outs.
Toward the gap in left center field. McLeod is over there, and he makes the grab.
More of that good defense.
Gold Glove, robbing Duncan of extra bases and keeping it a 2-0 deficit. Nate the Great. Play keeps it a 2-0 deficit. You know the guy at the plate right now loves it. Jeff Karstens takes ball one.
Off the bat, Greg, that looked like it was going to be extra bases.
Especially from our angle up here,
the
Bob.
way we could see it perfectly, and the ball was slicing heavily away. And I just did not think he would be able to catch up to it. He outran the baseball. There's slicing, going further away. Makes the catch.
Karstens pops it up.
I have to hand it to the Gold Glove voters last year. I think they did a great job. Out there. You got to see McLeod play a lot because he's not real flashy. He doesn't take bad routes to balls so that he's always having to make some Superman catch because he didn't get there in time. He takes real good routes to the balls. He makes tough plays most of the time look easy. That was an example there of making a tough play.
He
a
had
tough
to dive.
catch. There was no doubt about it. But
he
most of the time, he catches stuff, never leaves his feet, and it's not like he has this cannon for an arm that makes your eyes pop out when you see him throw. It's like you have to have an appreciation for the game of baseball and see him play quite a bit to really get that feel for him as a defensive player. And they did it last year and gave the right guy the Gold Glove.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's the baseball, and it's going to move a lot further than that away from him. Off that left-hand hitter's bat.
That's amazing that he made that catch.
Another thing that's great about it, too, is the way those two guys with the speed have worked it out there in the outfield. As you see McLeod diving for the ball, you see the uniform flashing behind him. Well, that was Nigel Morgan, who was going to be there if he didn't make the catch to get it on a hop and cut it off so that it doesn't get to the fence. They've really meshed well together. Lots of speed. There is no left center gap anymore. Defensively, like the days of Van Slyke and Bonds. They were both winning Gold Gloves. You just couldn't hit one through that gap. One of them was going to get to the ball. And that's the way it's getting with those two. Man at the plate. Fellow looking out the dugout right now.
Still 3-2 on Nyjer Morgan, who worked the walk on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning, and he's battling Mitchell Boggs here. Boggs walked Morgan, gave up the hit to Sanchez. Nothing since. And another hit. Four for 9 in the series.
On base percentage of Nyjer in the 380s. It's outstanding for a leadoff man. He does this all year long. He'll be the best leadoff hitter in the league.
Molina has to be aware because he likes to do that.
Got a good arm. Might as well show it off.
Robinson Diaz talking with Jeff Karstens.
See, Karstens likes to sit at that very far end of the dugout.
Yeah.
That's where Drabek used to sit.
Is that right?
Doug used to always sit the.
Is that a good luck thing?
As far as he's sitting in the same seat every time, as far from the action as possible, all the way down at the end.
Bouncing ball and through. Nyjer Morgan, the aggressive turn at second, 2 aboard, just like the first inning. Although this time there is one away. But Morgan and Sanchez on for Nate McLeod.
It was a well-placed ground ball, but hit sharply also. He's got to have some speed to get through that hole.
Two more hits for Freddie Sanchez, giving him 43 hits on the season. It's in the top 10 in the league.
And Nate made the great play in the inning. Let's see if he can get the big hit now in this inning. He'll own the third if he can. It will be his.
Boggs was able to get him to pop up to the shortstop Tyler Green on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning.
Yeah, he hit a 3-1 pitch very hard right down the right field line, but it just hooked foul on him. It's before that.
Two balls, no strikes. .23 RBIs for McLeod. Led the team in almost every offensive department last season. The speed at second. Sanchez at first. And out in front. 2-1. Mentioned to you too, by the way, Nate McLeod All-Star bobbleheads given away this Saturday night. Compliments of Consol Energy. It's also an Eaton Park scratch and win. All fans get a scratch card, good for prizes from Eaton Park. Nate McLeod bobblehead.
That bobblehead, he's just kind of leaning up against the bat. Got his All-Star uni on.
Ground ball sharply hit Pujols. Trouble getting it out of his glove, but they'll still turn two. It was hit that hard by McLeod. Stuck in Pujols' glove. It was hit so hard. 2-0 Cardinals. right at Pujols. And that great defensive play that robbed Duncan of a hit. Would have been a 3-0 game had he not made the catch. Still 2-zip St. Louis. Yadier Molina had a 1-out single in the second and was aboard when Rasmus homered.
How about that hot dog catch we had next door, Greg?
How about the Tim Neverett grab? Neverett getting involved in this great defense. Has he been working with Perry Hill?
I think he has. Well, it's positioning. It's what it is.
Oh, it is positioning. Watch Tim Neverett. Now Blas is thinking it's his way. Oh, Neverett. How about that? Yes, sir. The Jolly Roger. So Neverett, an outstanding All-America infielder and outfielder at Emerson. One of the outstanding college baseball players of his time.
He can still make the grab, that's for sure.
Now, what do you think of Blas, though? Acting as though that wasn't even close to him, that hot dog.
What was he doing? Well, we said it was all about positioning.
Jeez.
He wasn't anywhere in the area.
Yeah. Now there's McLeod to the right center gap. Makes the catch. That ball started to sail on him.
Putting on a yeah, you know, Blas was drifting. You never want to see a player drift on a ball.
Southwest field cam look.
This one it was hit pretty hard. Nice little adjustment there at the end. McLeod having to reach up, make the grab.
Well done.
The Jolly Roger. That's 2 in a row. I think he's put up in the radio booth. That's pretty impressive. I told you I like that Jolly Roger guy.
Yep.
You know, it's all about the way you're brought up. His parents were winners.
They taught him to always keep a smile on his face.
Raised by winners.
Yep.
Spent their whole life raising the Jolly Roger.
Where the Jolly Roger went. I guess he's back.
Hiding. He's hiding somewhere.
2 outs. Tyler Green at the plate.
Curveball.
And a bunt. Diaz, no chance.
Oh, there's not going to be a chance on it with 2 outs if you get a bunt down, because you're basically, they're giving you that with 2 outs. The third baseman's going to be back on the dirt. You're worried about an extra base hit with 2 outs. I mean, basically bunting with 2 outs, you know, especially with the number 8 hitter behind you, is kind of a selfish play, I would think. It's like taking the free hit instead of swinging the bat and trying to hit a double and get yourself in scoring position.
Joe Thurston fouled out to Diaz.
I've heard some old-time baseball guys say, though, unless you're an 80% success ratio base stealer, you should never bunt for a base hit with 2 outs.
That's interesting. Because your mindset is then
you try and hit it. Yeah, there's 2 outs. You gotta try and hit that double.
Got to have a purpose for dropping down that bunt.
You're getting to first base with 2 outs, especially with the bottom of the lineup coming up. You know, it doesn't really do you a lot of good. Even if Thurston gets it, you got to get 2 hits now to get the run home, and one of those hits is going to have to come from the pitcher. The odds are against that, so that's why it's kind of a selfish play.
There he goes.
That's what you have to do.
And in there.
Okay, that's what you have to do. If you bunt for a base hit, you better steal second. I got to tip my hat to him now. That's why they say you need to be an 80% successful base stealer if you're going to bunt with 2 outs. As if you get down to first, you better be able to steal second. And nice job by Green.
Close play.
Spit out the crow, he made me eat.
Yeah.
But that, you understand what I'm saying there about, you got to get to second base. If it's a bunt and a steal, fine, or swing away, hit a double.
Thurston pops it up. Moss in right for the final out. through 3.5. It remains a 2-0 game. Cardinals lead the Bucs in Pittsburgh. Named the last of 4 Pirates to homer twice in the same inning. I'll give you the answer just a few moments here, bottom of the 4th.
Of 4.
It's been done 4 times.
4 times.
Who did it most recently? Line drive, foul. A couple of liners hit that way. Just foul. McLouth earlier, and now LaRoche to start the bottom of the 4th.
One of the guys used to have a restaurant named after him here. Might still.
I don't think so.
No.
You're obviously thinking of Beer Bowers.
Yeah, it wasn't Beer Bauer.
No. There's Louis Bierbauer, who was picked up
I know.
the Philadelphia organization. That's how the name Pirates came along. There's a drive to right.
Get up, baby, get up.
And it is off the wall, and Karams in an odd way more toward right field, and Adam LaRoche is going to get a rare triple.
Got Robinson's foot. Hit Robinson right in the foot. Came off the wall and played kickball with it.
Don't have to tell you that that's Adam LaRoche's first triple of the season.
Nobody out. It's very important to get to third base. Watch the ball come off, and it's going to hit Robinson right in the. Well, no, it didn't. So much for my old eyes. Watch him reach down, Greg. Robinson will reach down with his bare hand right there. Mm-hmm. I thought he was reaching for the ball.
And now a liner to right center field for Robinson Diaz in that 5-hole. Brings home LaRoche with the Pirates' first run.
They built this stadium there with so many different little features like that to add character, make the bounces not so predictable, and they did a good job with it. Diaz, as always, swinging early and slashing the ball. His style of hitting, he's a slasher.
Brings up Eric Hinsky in the dirt. Pirates are looking like they're getting some good swings this second time around now against Boggs.
But Robinson Diaz to find out what his batting average is.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO reminds you that you're safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for Prostate Cancer Screening and Awareness. Early detection is the cure.
Sorry, Greg.
1 ball, 1 strike. 5th RBI for Diaz. And a base hit just off the glove of Pujols. And look out, Diaz is going to third. Oh, brother. Out by a long shot.
Not what you want to do with nobody out. The little basic rules of base running, and that's one of them. Don't make the first out or the last out over the third. Doesn't mean with nobody out you can't go. I mean, LaRoche, proves that. But if you go with nobody out, you got to be safe, standing up safe. Can't even be close.
Schumacher put out will go 3-4-5. The ball hit off Pujols' glove.
He's upset with himself.
Gary Varsha going to talk to him about that.
There's the discussion. You kind of tapping the temple of his head. I think you have to think. Got to run with your head up. See? Beasley must have had the stop sign up. That's why he said you have to run with your head up.
Watch Diaz.
Let's see just exactly what he was looking at. He knew the ball dribbled away. Oh, he never, ever got any help.
Never looked up at the third base coach.
One time did he look at Beasley to see if he wanted him to come over.
That's a fair ball by Brandon Moss, hit sharply. Moss will take the wide turn as Robinson does a nice job in right field, holding him to a single.
And there's your lesson as to why you don't make the first out over at third base. You're already in scoring position. You're at second. There's a chance for a big inning. If it's first and second, nobody out. Now this ball is ripped down the line. Boy, you're set up now. You're scoring a run. Everybody's just changing places. Big innings are what win ball games. Crooked numbers on the scoreboard. There are bases it's okay to run into an out at. The odds are with you if you do that.
Pirates have scored one. Have runners at the corners with one out.
For instance, you gamble with 2 outs to get to second. We saw Tyler Green do that last inning when he stole second. That's why a lot of your steals of second come with 2 outs. Whereas you absolutely do not gamble to get to third with 2 outs. You gamble to score with 2 outs.
Oh, could be 2. There's one. Oh, huge double play turn.
How about the difference in this inning getting thrown out at third for the first out of the inning?
Around the horn, 5-4-3 Bucks get one. Twice in the same inning. The answer? Reggie Sanders did it August 20th, 2003 at St. Louis. Back at the old Busch Stadium. Reggie Sanders August of 2003. Homers twice in the same inning.
I got a problem with our question, Greg.
All right, there's a liner to left field, and the Pirates going to have a problem with this Mitchell Boggs hit. The pitcher going to have a leadoff double.
All right, Greg, I thought you asked who was the last of 4 players. I only saw you read 3 names.
No, I said it's been done 4 times. Who's the
I
last
thought
to
said
do it?
Last of 4 players. I think that's what I saw in the question.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought that's what
the question said. Name the last of. Well, yet the question reads. You're right. Probably on the screen. I asked. You got to listen to me. I said it's been done 4 times.
Well,
who was the last to do it? Don't read that stuff.
I knew that King had done it twice.
Listen to your play-by-play guy.
And
listen to him.
I got Stenzel and Bierbauer mixed up.
Yeah. You never listen.
If the competition was still on, we would be going to an arbiter.
Again, why do you do that to me? Yeah, Jake Stenzel did it in 1894 against Boston. Jeff King did it in 1995 at St. Louis and in 1996 at Cincinnati.
No, it wasn't Frisco. I thought we did it in San Francisco. Candlestick. Maybe that was Stenzel.
I think
it was Bierbauer.
It was Bierbauer. That's right. Oh, Boggs, the pitcher, leads off with a double, and now Schumacher singles to center, first and third, and trouble here for Karstens.
Something upstairs. Not sure if it was an off-speed pitch or a fastball, but Schumacher able to get that top hand going, get on top of that ball, and hit a line drive. You would like those high pitches if they swing at them and turn into pop flies.
Hits even at 7 apiece now. 2 of them from Schumacher. Robinson has twice hit ground balls in the first inning, hit into a double play to the right side, started by Freddie Sanchez. Last time up, Eric Hinsky threw him out. Infield looking for a double play ball again.
Everybody looking for 2. Hinsky playing about halfway. That's double play position for the third baseman. Of course, the middle infielders are a couple steps in front of the grass, and they're cheating toward the bag a little bit. It's your basic double play formation. Robinson's really kind of struggling with the curveball, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Looked bad last time against it, and it's not a very good swing.
And a fly ball to Nigel Morgan that is plenty deep to bring home a run. Morgan will throw to second. Sacrifice fly. Makes it 3-1. ...2009 Pirates Baseball on FSN Pittsburgh is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has low fares with no hidden fees. Book now on southwest.com, where what you see is what you pay.
And Nigers, he was catching that ball, setting up perfectly to make a strong, quick throw into second base. He knew Schumacher was tagging. He was wanting to get into scoring position for Mr. Pujols. If you're a left fielder there and you think, well, this is so deep, there's no way I'm ever going to throw a runner out at the plate, and you just casually catch it, and maybe as you're kind of stepping backwards, within that runner at first base, Schumacher, who can run a little bit, has good speed, he's going to move right up. Dirty uniforms out there tonight. Dirt, a little sticky. Niger, I don't think, goes to the clubhouse very often with any clean spot on his uniform.
I would doubt that's ever happened.
Got it dirty.
0-2 on Albert Pujols.
Probably cringes when he puts that clean uniform on in mid-afternoon. Can't wait to get this dirty. Karstens missed by a lot that time. Wanted to throw a fastball in, missed away.
Pujols has grounded to third and flied to center. First career appearance for Karstens against the Cardinals, so this is his first go-round with the best hitter in the league these days, Albert Pujols.
We were showing those Willie Mays highlights earlier, and I'm thinking about, okay, modern day, who is like, watching Willie Mays now, and one of the names that I'm sure comes to everybody's mind would be Pujols.
And bounce to Jack Wilson. Wow, what a quick flip to second. That's a spectacular double play.
They're playing some defense tonight. In this series, they're playing defense. Wow.
Sensational double play turn by Jack Wilson and Freddie Sanchez. So quick. 6, 4, 3. 3-1. Jeff Karstens leads off against Mitchell Boggs. Bucks down 3-1. Karstens popped up in the third. Pirates have stranded 4. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Karstens 0 for his last 17 at the plate. Talked to him the other day. He's so glad that he was able to turn his stuff on the mound around his last go round, but still anxious to get that hit and stabbed by Boggs. Jack Wilson starts that double play moments ago.
Outstanding double play. When Pujols is up there, you get all those negative thoughts creeping into your mind. I hope we can hold him to a double, and hope he doesn't score this run. And to turn his at bat into a double play into the inning, it's fantastic. It's really kind of a momentum swinger. Hopefully we can do a little something now. Karstens leading off did not get that hit he was looking for, but still, you kind of take a sigh of relief when you get by Pujols, and when you get by him with a double play to end the inning. Wow, that's some good stuff. I was looking at Karstens' hitting numbers last year. had 2 hits last year. Both came the same game. They were all off. Well, that was Randy Johnson
in Arizona, the near perfect game.
Those are his 2 hits. Some night.
3-1. Jeff Karstens. These pitchers have taken this hitting into a new level. The pride in it. Full count again on Nyjer Morgan.
The hitting is not easy for pitchers, but that doesn't mean you can't put some effort in it, thought, try to get better.
Talk about getting better.
This guy here.
This is incredible what this guy has done. Nyjer Morgan on base for the 3rd straight time.
Just rips it back through the middle.
Southwest field cam. Morgan has hit safely in 10 of his last 12.
There's been some speedy outfielders that play with the same style that Nyjer plays with that have come up with the Pirates in the last decade, and we've had our heart broke by it. Every one of them, it seems like. Maybe Nyjer's going to be the guy that can handle that leadoff spot, get on base.
At some point, we are all going to have to just accept the fact this guy's legit. Currently a .386 on base percentage for Nyjer Morgan. Came in 3rd in the league among leadoff hitters.
Go back, the list is long. The Redmonds, Tyke Redmond. The reason I pluralize, I was already thinking of the Browns, Emil Brown, Adrian Brown.
2-1 the count.
The first center fielder we had when we came over here to the ballpark. I think I want to say Pennyfeather, but that's not it. Of course, Duffy, I guess, would have been the last one that would fit that mold.
There goes Nyjer Morgan on the 2-1 pitch. Off the glove. Wow. Pirates get a break there. Instead of a double play, they've got 2 on.
And there's an example of what we were talking about. It was just last inning when we had that shot of Varsho in the dugout talking to Diaz, running with your head up. You saw him touch the bottom of his chin, telling Diaz, you got to run with your head up. Morgan runs with his head up. If right now he looks away and looks toward third and takes off because he sees the deflection, he doesn't realize that Schumacher's going to be right there to pick it up.
Mitchell Boggs, that ball sticks in the glove. It's a double play. Instead, it's 1st and 2nd with 1 out. How about Morgan and Sanchez? They are certainly doing their part. On base all 6 times. The top of the order. Sanchez 3 for 3. They give him a hit. Obviously, a tough play by Tyler Green. And Morgan has walked and has 2 singles. And now Nate McLouth with another opportunity. Both men on again.
The last time up in this situation, he scorched the ball down the first baseline at 1 hopper. Pujols was able to glove somehow. It handcuffed him to the point that he had a hard time getting the ball out of his glove. He was a little late with his throw to second.
A balk is called.
Oh, that'll help.
By the second base umpire and Lance Barksdale. There's second base umpire Randy Marsh, the crew chief.
Was it Randy that called it?
I believe.
Oh, there's the ball. There was a little twitch. Before he stepped off, there was a little turn of his right shoulder. You could see his right shoulder move to the right. A little twist with the upper torso before the step off. And that's what he called. Watch the upper torso right there. See it? Just
barely.
Ever so. Randy Marsh saw it. That's
yes,
all
sir.
counts.
Bang.
You have to have pigeons landing on you when you're in a stretch position. If you do anything, you better be throwing to a base or going home. If you move, if you scare away that pigeon off your shoulder, and you're not doing anything else, That's a balk.
Now a chance to tie the game with a hit. By the way, we get a note from our media relations department wondering, is Bob Walk thinking of Jermaine Allensworth?
Yes, it. Bingo. Excellent.
Player that was in center field when the Pirates came
sent
to
you that note?
The media relations department.
Nice job, department. That was it. Jermaine Allensworth. He was the other guy. But that goes, you know, there's a number of players that have tried to kind of nail down that center field position. You know, speed is their game, get on base. And it just has not happened. Long line of guys that we've had for 10 years. And of course, Niger's not in center field. He's in left, but still, that's his game. Speed, lead off, slap the ball, bunt, steal bases. And so far, so good. He's the one that looks like he's going to make it stick. Keep our fingers crossed.
And it's 3-1.
We thought that McLeod was going to be maybe that guy, but he turned into be a home run hitter.
Yeah. Nate, you messed us up there.
He went too far the other way.
See? McLeod 3-1. You saw Trevor Miller up in the bullpen, and much like his last start against the Pirates, Mitchell Boggs needs 2 more outs to qualify for a win. But he may be out of there with Adam LaRoche coming to the plate. Miller is ready, or so it would appear. Tony La Russa going to double check.
Well, La Russa is not going to be worried about whether Boggs gets the win or not. Boggs probably is not going to be on the team in a couple of weeks. Carpenter's going to be coming off the DL, so that's not a concern of La Russa. If it's a veteran, older guy, you might go with him a little bit, try and get him that 5 innings. But Boggs, that's not a concern, and obviously not here as La Russa takes the ball from Boggs.
Our Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen has been made. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. It's 6 here on FSN. Good luck to the Penguinis.
Blowout.
Sure ended any. Yeah, it was a no contest. Game 7. Trevor Miller, same situation. The Cardinals found themselves in last week in St. Louis with Mitchell Boggs being lifted in the 5th inning. The Pirates had some men on, and Tony La Russa went to Miller to face Adam LaRoche, and Adam LaRoche sent a ball to the warning track in center field. Miller did retire him and got out of the inning eventually. The Cardinals got out of the inning. La Russa made yet another pitching change in that frame. 3 career grannies for Adam LaRoche. Bucks down by 2. It all started with 1 out. The base hit by Niger Morgan. On base for the 3rd time. Freddie Sanchez, the liner off Green's glove. He's 3 for 3. And Nate McLeod, the walk. Pirates with 9 hits. But so far just 1 run. Eventually, you'd think that has to catch up to the Cardinals. popped up and playable. Trevor Miller able to get Adam LaRoche to foul out. And that will be up to Robinson Diaz.
Well, Diaz has been in this number 5 spot just for these reasons. If you got a lefty that comes in a big spot to go after LaRoche, now you have a matchup you like. See if Diaz can come through on this next pitch.
He was so upset with himself after being thrown out at third base after his RBI single in the 4th, and trying to advance on the Hinsky base hit, trying to go to third. You could see him still upset as he went back out to catch the next half inning. In on him, fouls it off.
His style is classic. See it and hit it.
Not too complicated with him.
He's not going to wait a long time. Just going to look for the baseball and see if he can center it up and hurt it in some way.
And 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson Diaz, a 25-year-old rookie from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. He was dealt over from the Toronto Blue Jays in August of last year for Jose Bautista. He's facing the well-traveled veteran left-hander from Louisville, Kentucky, Trevor Miller, who will turn 36 later this month. Goes to 2-1. Diaz played very briefly last summer with Toronto. 1 game, had 4 at-bats. That was it. The rest of the year in the minors. And it's 2-2, and upset with himself there.
I think he would be happy in that situation where he fell off a bad pitch, but he's used to getting a good piece of those baseballs no matter where they're at. Most hitters, if they would have made contact with a pitch down there, they would have kind of, whew, thank goodness I get another pitch to see now.
I think that was a 2-1 pitch, though, wasn't it? That's probably why maybe he was upset that he let it, that he swung at, which is rare for him.
Yeah.
Jason
Actually, I don't think that was the case. I think he was probably upset that he didn't hit it.
Yeah, I think you're right with most guys.
It would be rare for him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever upset because he chased one.
I agree. 2-2. Did he go?
No.
Whoa.
That was going to be close.
3-2. This is a man who rarely takes any pitches, but he's got it to 3-2 now, and the merry-go-round will start. The runners will get the early break. And it's a fly ball. Rasmus in center. Bucks have left 7 men on through 5 innings. Still down by just a couple here against the Cardinals.
Worth the click. And by Aflac. Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
Now let's take a look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. Talk about defense. Pirates second in the league in fielding percentage behind the Philadelphia Phillies. Tonight we saw Nate McLouth make a great catch. Freddie Sanchez and Jack Wilson teamed up for a tremendous double play. They played strong D. Strike is called on Duncan. It was his ball that was hit in the third inning that he thought was sure going to be an RBI double. Instead, turned into the third out with the Nate McLouth catch.
You'd have an awfully long highlight film if you put together all the great double plays we've seen Jack Wilson start since he's been a big leaguer here with the Bucks.
Pulled to the right side. We're continuing along that defensive theme. It's the Coors Light sixth inning. Time for tonight's Coors Light freeze cam. And here it is. The ball hit by Duncan that ended the third inning. A great leaping catch. The ball slicing away from Nate McLouth. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Molina, 1 out of 2. Pirates about hit the Cardinals 9-7. Molina had a base hit. Snuck through the right side of the infield in the second.
Excuse me, Molina gives the Cardinals what the Pirates have. Bowman's healthy. It's a backstop that is a real contributor on offense. Kind of a rare thing to have around baseball. And you look, a lot of teams have to be satisfied with a defensive player as a backstop and not get a whole lot of offense.
Shallow right, drifting in Moss, 2 outs.
Molina can hit, and so can Redbeard. Redbeard, the Pirate. Boy, we need him back. It's such a plus when we have him in that lineup. Just it changes the way the other pitcher, sees the game, if nothing else.
Jason Jaramillo was in the dugout that last shot you saw. It's a removable cast now for Domit, who was hurt on Sunday, April the 19th. Had to have surgery, had a pin inserted during the surgery, fracturing that right wrist. And a play made, 1, 2, 3 quickly. Bucks go back to the bat rack, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1. 3-1 ball game going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals lead the Bucks. And Eric Hinske leads off here against the lefty Trevor Miller. And bunts the ball to third. Eric Hinske against a veteran tough lefty. Just going to say John Russell sticking with him. And pays off. Leadoff bunt hit for Hinske.
A little tactical error, I believe, on the Cardinals' part by not coming in and trying to at least look a little bit for that bunt. The Thurston playing well back on the dirt. It doesn't take a lot of wheels to beat this one out when you got a third baseman playing way back on the dirt, just giving it to you.
Moss lines this ball foul into the seats. Moss 1 out of 2 tonight against the starter Mitchell Boggs. Wave and a miss. Now Moss has only had 8 at-bats this season against a lefty. 1 for 8 with a walk. 0-2 the count. Career .266 hitter against left-handers, so pretty solid. And it remains 0-2. Meantime, Trevor Miller has given up just 3 hits now in 26 at-bats facing left-handed batters. That bunt single by Hinske, the 3rd hit he's allowed to a left-hand hitter.
He drops that shoulder down, throws across his body from the left side, a real low 3/4 delivery, and then it's that sweeping type breaking ball that just is cutting across the field in that direction.
Craig Monroe waiting. Might bat for Karstens. And Moss down on strikes. Time to check out the Deal Automotive Farm Report. Here's some news from the minor leagues. Last night at Rochester, Andrew McCutchen 3 for 4. Last 10 games hitting .314 with 11 runs, 6 RBIs, walked 7 times, and that doesn't even include what he's done tonight. 3 more hits, 3 for 4. Andrew McCutchen on fire down at AAA Indy. That is going to be it for the last. Jack Wilson tries to bunt, push one up the first base side. Pittsburgh down by a couple. They have 10 hits. The new pitcher Kyle McClellan.
Young out on deck.
Time is called. Jack Wilson. Once again, he and his wife Julie going to host that great Pirates Charities fundraiser, Bowling with the Bucks, Sunday, May 31st. 5th annual event sponsored by Trib Total Media, 6 to 9 p.m. at AMF Noble Manor Lanes in Crafton, and spaces available to watch these Pirate players. Ball popped up. Easy play by the second baseman Schumacher. Tomorrow night, Buccos and Colorado Rockies. First of 3. It's Dollar Dog Night. Compliments of Sugardale and Saloni's Italian Bread. All fans in attendance get a Pirates reusable grocery bag courtesy of Waste Management. Jack Wilson holding that reusable grocery bag that will be given away tomorrow night. Visit Pirates.com or call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. And hot dogs just $1 throughout the ballpark tomorrow night for the first of 3 against the Colorado Rockies. Karsten's lifted now in favor of the pinch hitter, switch hitter Delwyn Young. He's made a couple of starts at second base, has started a game in the outfield. Pirates extremely intrigued by this guy's bat.
Yeah, obviously you love the bat from what we've seen so far. There's Jeff Carson's not a bad start. Gave up 7 hits in 6 innings, but did not walk anybody. Gave up 2 of those 3 runs on a long home run.
Oh, he went. Delwyn Young out on strikes. Through 6 innings, 3-1 St. Louis.
Three innings left, so it's up to the bullpen tonight to power through and pitch well, get those last 9 outs. Watching the Caps and Graybo, and so far, first couple games of this series, they've pitched very well. Caps has got his velocity back after having a week off, throwing the ball hard. Evan Meek, and now to pitch against the Redbirds here in the top of the 7th inning. They keep it just a 2-run deficit. Pirates, they are getting runners on, and you just have that feeling that at any moment you're going to have that breakthrough inning and put up a crooked number yourself. Pitching has to hold the fort. Meek to Green. Green bunted for a base hit. with a couple of outs, but then quickly stole second base to make it worthwhile.
Green 2 for 2, 2 of the 7 hits.
We've had some good individual stories to talk about this year, and I think Meek is one of those. We started talking about this in the month of March down in Florida, about how he's kind of a changed guy, very aggressive in the strike zone. A lot of baseball that needs to be played and pitched this year, so he still has a long way to go in improving himself. But everybody I talked to around the Pirates very pleased with the steps he's taken in that direction to this point. Doesn't quite have that overpowering type velocity. He's in the low 90s pretty consistently. Has some movement though, which is good. But the main thing is, I don't want to jinx him. I'm going to wait till after this pitch.
Moss toward the corner.
The main thing is he's been able to throw strikes and stay away from the walks. And if he can do that, he can certainly be a very productive pitcher at this level.
Joe Thurston has fouled out and flied to right. Ball 1 on Thurston.
Looking at the front of Thurston's uniform, reminds me I gotta get to the store and get some birdseed. Feeders are all empty, Greg.
Yeah, I've been lax too. I actually filled one yesterday. Fun to watch those Cardinals out there, isn't it?
Yep. They're a little upset with me now. They keep coming by and
nothing there.
And then they look around over their shoulder and toward the house like, hey, what's going on?
Well, eventually you're going to lose that.
Let's go. I know.
You're going to get off their route.
Tomorrow, I'll have to make the effort, make sure I get them filled up tomorrow. Got to get some thistle for the Finches too.
Yeah.
Keep them happy.
Mm-hmm. Some peanuts for the Blue Jays.
That's what baseball needs. It needs a team, the Finches. We got Blue Jays and Cardinals.
Yeah.
Some Finches.
Yeah. We got Orioles.
Yeah.
Especially in the wintertime against the snow as the backdrop. To see those Cardinals and those Blue Jays. Oh, that is spectacular stuff.
All kidding aside, we're a little tongue-in-cheek right now, but that is a great logo that the Cardinals have had over the years. The bird sitting on the bat.
Been pretty standard, huh? Many years.
That's a classic.
Yep. That's the male Cardinal.
Okay.
Well, it is.
2-2 count.
Well,
you're right. It's male Cardinal. First, chugging down the line.
This Sunday afternoon, Buccos and Colorado Rockies conclude this homestand. Giant Eagle Kids Fun Zone before the game out on Federal Street. And kids run the bases after the game. And all youngsters 14 and under receive an Oliver Onion Build-A-Bear doll, courtesy of Mrs. T's For tickets, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or visit Pirates.com. This Sunday, finale of the 6-game homestand. A lot of youngsters out in the ballpark tonight. And Kyle McClellan will bat for himself. And this is his 6th, I believe, 7th plate appearance in the big leagues. Rookie last year, Kyle McClellan, quickly in the hole, 0-2, the St. Louis native.
Put him away now, Mick. Don't even mess around. There it is. Hard breaking ball. See you later. Go to the bat rack.
Cardinals retired in order for the 2nd straight inning. The score through 6.5. 3-1 Cardinals. Time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by our friends at Levin Furniture. Nyjer Morgan leads off. Pirates down to their last 3 at-bats, and they've had opportunities. See if they can cash in. What more can this man do? Nyjer Morgan. He's walked, had a couple of singles, and now facing a different pitcher, Kyle McClellan.
So, Greg, you didn't think I knew that the male Cardinals were the brightly colored ones?
No, I didn't. I didn't think
the females were kind of the duller looking brown.
Guys in the truck thought that maybe you didn't know.
Oh, I knew that.
Okay.
It's like that all over the animal kingdom. The males always have all the plumage.
Three and one on Nyjer Morgan.
I'm sure when the animals are sitting around looking at us, they say the males are the real pretty ones.
I don't think so.
No?
Ball 4. He's on base again. 2 walks, 2 singles. This week on an Inside Pirates Baseball, see the new clubhouse fashion trend that Adam LaRoche started, plus the bit of advice Matt Capps always gets before he takes the hill. Inside Pirates Baseball, driven by your Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers and Geico. This Saturday night, 6 o'clock, right here on FSN. Well, the Bucks get their leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, we're down by 2, but that doesn't mean we won't take just 1 run. I mean,
in other words, Nyjer, you could,
I wouldn't
think he might take off.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll put it that way. The steal is the steal and the hit and run still on the table here. It's still early enough in the ball game. Go ahead and take 1 if that's what you can get. You don't have to play to get both of those runs back immediately. Ball makes it into a photographer's pit. Just missed Felix. Dave Arrigo, pirate photographer, long time.
He's always there at any event. He'll be there Saturday when Freddie Sanchez and his wife Elisa, along with teammates, open up the Pirates Charities Miracle League field, the grand opening this Saturday morning out in Cranberry. What a day that is going to be. Freddie Sanchez and his wife Elisa, driving force to help that area build a park where any kid can play baseball. Bob Nutting will be there, the Pirates chairman. Oh, comebacker. Double play. Broken bat. DP.
Well, that was keeping your concentration. Fielding that ball with the bat exploding right in front of your face. Schumacher, he sure was quick to get to second base. Didn't make the best throw in the world over to first, but Pujols bailed him out. Nice play.
Well, you had to like McClellan, because you always point that out, Bob, that these pitchers oftentimes wait. Now, they're upset that the call, John Russell, questioned Marquez that maybe Pujols didn't have his foot on the bag.
And Perry Hill must have made some kind of a fuss on that. This is a tough one to see from the dugout.
The end of the play.
No, his foot was on there.
Yep. Mound, and then on to Pujols from Schumacher. Pujols making the stretch, and you can see he did make the play. Now Nate McLouth against another veteran left-hander.
Cardinals trying to make a second baseman out of Schumacher, and you can see he's still a little shaky, but making some progress. Not a very accurate throw on that turn, but Pujols was able to, as we say, pick him up. You see Reyes' numbers. But right now they don't have a double play combination like the Pirates or the Marlins, for that matter. Marlins got a nice double play combination. I think Uggla's turned it pretty good.
Yeah. Base hit into right. Uggla's not going to have a ton of range, but he can turn it certainly. McLouth, maybe broken bat, single. Another base hit. It's 11 for Pittsburgh. Adam LaRoche 1 for 3. Trevor Miller got the big out in the 5th inning, able to get LaRoche to foul out. The bases loaded. And then Robinson Diaz flied to center. Pirates had 2 on in the 1st. Weren't able to cash him in. They went down 1-2-3 in the 2nd. Had a couple of hits in the 3rd, left a man aboard. 4 hits in the 4th, scored 1. Left the bases loaded in the 5th. And a man on in the 6th. Cardinals have gotten 3 pretty big double play balls. Klaus, DP ending the 3rd. Jack Wilson hit into a 5-4-3 around the horn in the 4th. And moments ago, Freddie Sanchez. 1 ball, 1 strike on Adam LaRoche.
Come on, Adam. Getting late. We need you. Need a big hit.
Yeah, of the 11 hits, 10 singles. 1 extra base hit that was an Adam LaRoche triple. Runner goes from first. Fouled off. McLeod goes back to the bag.
Nate trying to get in a scoring position again. And we were talking at the beginning of the inning when Niger got on. You don't play for 2 runs yet. You can still play to just get that 1 run and cut their lead in half. Staying alive.
2-2. Dennis Reyes has been everywhere. Starting with the Dodgers. Time with the Reds. 2002 split time with the Rockies and Rangers. Pirates signed him as a minor league free agent before the 03 season. He made a dozen relief appearances with Pittsburgh and was let go. Diamondbacks picked him up. Next year, Kansas City, San Diego in 05. And stuck with the Twins for a while. They signed him in 2006. The Twins did.
The longest resumes are always those left-handed relievers.
Yeah, and you're talking about Trevor Miller earlier.
If you're left-handed, throw the ball 60 feet. You're usually going to get another shot somewhere. And if you're talented at all, you're going to have a lot of suitcases, a lot of different big league names on it. It's always on everybody's shopping list when they go into that offseason. Most GMs are going to say, well, we're going to take a look, see what's out there, see if we can get a lefty for our bullpen.
And he gets LaRoche on strikes. Pirates leave another man on to the 8th inning, and it remains St. Louis 3, Pittsburgh 1. Skip Schumacher leads off here in Pittsburgh. The Pirates winning the first 2 games of the series against the Cardinals. And the Redbirds trying to salvage the finale as they head back home after tonight's game. Evan Meek's second inning of work. Schumacher reached on an error in the first. Single to center field his last 2 times up. So he has 4 hits in 10 at-bats in the series. And a great diving stop. Can Wilson get him? No! Oh, tremendous effort on both ends.
This was a great play, as you said, on both ends. A great pickup by Jack. Just couldn't quite get it there in time. I think it's a nice pick.
Yeah, off the edge of the cutoff.
Well, you know, I think that made it to the dirt the entire way, which I think one of the first balls we've seen that really shows the benefit of the way the Pirates have cut the grass now.
Line to right, or soft liner. It's going to drop in front of Moss, putting runners at first and second.
The Pirates trying to give LaRoche more dirt out in front of him so he's not having to deal with the transition between grass and dirt on those bounce plays. And in the way it was cut before, when it was much shorter, when it was like right about there, that would have probably hit right on the edge or awfully close to it.
Now it's Meek against Pujols.
I notice a lot of the teams have gone to that larger cutoff area, Greg. Everybody is thinking about trying to move that grass line further away from the first baseman.
Strike one, another look.
This play by Jack. There's the throw across. Oh, it did make the dirt. Not so much for my guess, it hit the grass.
Pujols foul tips it. Pujols faced Evan Meek last Thursday afternoon and retired him thanks to a nice play by Brian Bixler. Two on, nobody out. Pirates trying to keep the Cardinals within range. And runners break, and they will make it. A wild pitch.
Now both runners are off aggressive on their secondary leads. Even though the ball doesn't go very far, they get in without a throw. A hard breaking ball hitting Diaz in the glove, and a lot of times it's soft enough to where it'll just stop and sit there, but that time maybe off the edge of the glove or something, because it bounced straight sideways on him. And he had it down in the dirt.
And the infield was in, and that means that 2 runs will score. Pujols takes advantage of that infield drawn in. A 2-run single. 5-1.
Now you hate to have to bring the infield in, because something like this could happen. Watch this little chopper. You know, Jack is playing back. He eats that right up. Just a routine ground ball. But the Pirates down by 2 runs late in the game. They couldn't afford to get any further back. They took a chance, tried to pinch the run off. Pujols got the easy hit.
37 RBIs now for Pujols to lead the league. Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen. 5-1 Cardinals. We're back here at PNC Park. road ahead. Pirates' upcoming games and TV schedule. Tomorrow against the Rockies at 7 o'clock. Saturday as well, 7 o'clock, and then 1:30 on Sunday. Then on the road to Washington, D.C. to start their next road trip Monday through Thursday against the Nationals, all on FSN Pittsburgh. Sean Burnett called upon here to face pinch hitter Brian Barden.
It looked like it was going to work out there for a while. Meek came in, had the very easy 7th inning. As we were talking, the bullpen going to have to hold the fort for 9 outs. Couldn't quite get it done. Barden gotten off to an excellent start this year. Another one of those youngsters, very good, that the Cardinals have on their roster this season.
Runner gets a great break from first, and Albert Pujols has himself a stolen base.
He guessed right, went on first move.
He has stolen 6 bases in 7 tries.
That definitely was not on the catcher Diaz. I mean, look at the jump he got. That was stolen off Bernie. You couldn't make a better throw than that. Right in front of the bag, right on the money.
Burnett strikes out Barden for the first out. Someone was telling me that Bill James was being interviewed on 60 Minutes the other day. Bill James, the statistical guru, who's I guess still on the Red Sox payroll. And Bill James, now I didn't see it, but this person with knowledge, I mean a knowledgeable baseball person, said he saw it. And he said that Bill James said stolen bases are stolen on catchers.
On catchers?
Yeah.
Not pitchers?
Yeah. I don't know how he came. I don't know why he would say that. I don't know how he came up with that.
Well, you can't make a definite statement either way.
Right.
For one thing.
Right.
Because it's not the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if we had a stopwatch on how long it took Bernie to deliver the ball to the plate and how long it took Diaz to get the ball to second base, I'll tell you
that's
whose fault
definitive.
That steal was, and it was not Diaz. But now there's other times where the pitcher does a great job, gets the ball home and say 1.1. And now the catcher really has a great opportunity, and he'll throw it away. He'll throw it high. He'll bounce it in. It'll be wide.
But watch this jump. I don't know if we're going to see the runner here, but he was way up.
Boy, he's got an unbelievable lead there. Look at it. He's not in the picture.
No, that's a big lead.
That's why he got that one.
What do you think of that, Mr. James?
You're not throwing nobody out with a lead like that.
Practically standing on second.
Here
there
he is.
Watch. Look at that jump for Pujols.
If most lefties will have that big leg kick. And if you run on first move and don't worry about getting picked off, well, you're going to get a great jump.
Even with that, Diaz made a great throw because Sanchez not able to hold the baseball. It was bang, bang, but still a great jump by Pujols. Colby Rasmus has homered, lined out, and grounded out. They intentionally walk Molina to get to this rookie Rasmus. The home run, his second in the big leagues, blocked by Diaz. John Russell was commenting the other day that he thinks that Diaz and Jaramillo have done such a good job blocking balls in the dirt that Joe Kerrigan is not bashful at all about suggesting that they bury those breaking pitches in the dirt. One and one on Rasmus. Their top prospect coming into the season and last year.
Whose fault is it when someone strikes out, the hitter or the pitcher? We should get credit for that.
Let's ask Mr. James. Line to the gap in right center field, and Brandon Moss. Spectacular play, and doubled off is Pujols, figuring, I guess, no chance for Moss to make that play, or he thought there were 2 outs. 5-1. The Cardinals pick up a couple more. Brandon Moss turns what looked like a sure hit into an inning-ending double play. Everyone who protects and serves to make us safer. Visit FSNinsider.com to order your Fallen Heroes t-shirt. All proceeds evenly distributed between the Heroes families. Changes. Brian Barton stays in the game to play third. Moving from third to second is Joe Thurston. That's Robinson Diaz.
Who's in left? Schumacher?
Schumacher, no,
that's
isn't
not
right.
him.
Robinson, see, he moves
Schumacher's
from right to left,
okay.
and Schumacher moves from second to right. Diaz a fly ball to center. Rasmus.
Sitting for the Cardinals are like, remember the little games you had as a kid where you slide all the different numbers around? Trying to figure out who's where.
Andy LaRoche will bat.
They hit for Duncan, but they take Duncan out when they have a lead most of the time anyway for defense, so not surprising that they moved everything around like that.
Strike on Andy LaRoche batting for Hinske.
Kind of like the days the Phillies used to always take Lazinski out 8th, 9th inning. They had a lead.
Did Lazinski have a caddy who usually went out there for him?
Well, the year I was there, Lonnie Smith went out there quite a bit, which flip a coin.
Well,
if that was an upgrade or not. Lonnie had a lot more tools than the ball had. But Lonnie could be exciting out in the outfield as well. He had tremendous speed. Boy, he could really run.
He ended up playing for the Pirates a little bit, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He was really a great player. Had a super career. Won a lot of World Series. He had that knack of moving around. He probably ended up with 4 World Series rings, I think, by the time it was all said and done with 4 different teams.
Reyes strikes out the pinch hitter. Take a look at the play that ended the top of the 8th inning by Brandon Moss.
You know, I was watching the Pujols at second base. He took off at contact.
So he thought there were 2 outs.
Yeah.
Moss a fly ball to right field. Go Schumacher off the top of the wall. Brandon Moss into second base with a double. 2 more hits. 7 hits in the series for Brandon Moss.
He hits that ball 5 feet closer towards center field. He had a home run. Right where the wall jumps up to 21 feet high, that's where his ball hits. This is bad luck. But it doesn't really make any difference to me about bad luck. This is nice to see Moss hammering a ball like this. There it is, right there on the edge of that 21-foot wall.
Wow.
Off a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
He's coming on.
Yep. Brandon Moss, 7 hits in 12 at-bats in this series. Gets that double off the wall in right. That's it for Denys Reyes. Columbia Gas 811. Call to the pen. Chris Perez, the Bradenton, Florida native. Since he was called up, he's been really good. Hard throwing right-hander. When they reported his spring training, thought he would be the closer. At least he and Jason Mott considered the front runners. Mott began the year as the closer. That didn't last long. And Wilson, a fly ball to center. Colby Rasmus there. The Pirates leave another. Through 8. It's 5-1 Cardinals. Oh, yeah, we're over.
Did you see Dorn in the back?
Yeah.
With his arms up?
Doran check.
Yeah, it's like we're all 12 years old up here.
The Aspen Dental play that made you smile. Plays that made you smile.
Yes,
on the field and in the broadcast booth.
That's all we care. Oh, can we catch a hot dog?
Yeah.
Catch a hot dog. And we see the fans scrambling for the hot dogs.
We always laugh at the fans scrambling for hot dogs and foul balls. We're just like,
look at that, he ruined a $1,000 suit chasing a foul ball. We're doing the same things.
No question.
How crazy do we get when a foul ball comes into the booth?
Oh.
We do one of two things. We knock somebody over trying to catch it, or we dive under the desk so it won't hit us.
Yep. One of two things is right. Tyler Green faces Jesse Chavez. Green a couple of hits and a fly to right. Tyler Green out of Georgia Tech. Andy LaRoche stays in the game to play third. $12,347 announced paid crowd tonight. Finale of the 3-game series. Pirates going to try and battle back in the bottom of the ninth. Down 5-1. Have out-hit the Cardinals 12-10. Pittsburgh has stranded 10. Moss over to make the catch. He's been busy.
Even if the Pirates don't come back tonight, still you got to be happy 2 out of 3 against what was the first place team when we came back from the road, scuffling a little bit.
And I still say the most encouraging sign that the starting pitching continues to not only hang in there but have what is defined these days as a quality start. I think you have to look beyond that term to really decide whether a guy pitched as well as the quality start indicates, which is 6 innings or more, 3 runs or less. And I'd have to say that was a strong quality start for Karstens tonight. Gave up the 2-run homer in the second.
Well, it kind of all simmers down to this. The team had a very strong April, and they did it on the backs of some real good pitching. And that's the way to move forward this year is the pitching. And, you can't have no offense, but you don't need nearly as much if you can get those good starts, have your starting pitching, go 6, 7, 8 innings every single time out, and keep playing the defense that we saw tonight, saw this whole series.
Nigel Morgan
playing in that gap.
Yep. Nick Stavinoa, the pinch hitter, is retired. Chavez has a 1-2-3 top of the ninth. Nigel Morgan will be due up second when we go. case you missed it, Major League Baseball. Cubs swept the Padres while the Brewers swept the Florida Marlins. Trevor Hoffman picked up the save today, this afternoon. He's 8 for 8 in save opportunities. Hasn't allowed a run this season. Justin Verlander had a career-high 13 strikeouts, but wasted as the Twins came back to score 6 in the bottom of the 7th. They were down 5-0 and beat the Tigers 6-5. Ryan Zimmerman last night was 0 for 3 for the Washington Nationals, had his streak end at 30 consecutive games. Rally caps on, broom still in hand. Pirates had their share of great comebacks last year, and one game in particular against these Cardinals. Ryan Franklin has taken over the closer's role. This is a non-save situation. Ramon Vasquez will pinch hit. Looking for base runners.
Yeah, this is a nice situation for Vasquez. You want somebody up there to be patient. Take a walk if you need one. He's somebody that's his style. What he does, he goes up, looks things over, and despite the fact that he's hitting only 182, has an on-base percentage of well over 300, because he will work the count and take a walk. In fact, he's walked 12 times this year.
Bounces this ball to second. Out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Nyjer Morgan on base all 4 times he's come to the plate. Couple of hits, couple of walks, 5 hits in the series.
If you hadn't already won the first 2 games in this series, you would be a little frustrated after tonight's game. Taking 2 out of 3 will take a little sting out of it. A lot of opportunities. Left 10 runners on base. Don't want to throw Robes and Diaz under the bus, but boy, that sure turned out to be a major play tonight. Him getting thrown out at third base.
Backhanded by Pujols. Nyjer Morgan not going to get there. They retire him for the first time tonight.
Yeah, good job by Franklin. But Diaz, the Pirates had something going. Already had 1 run in. Here's our replay on the Southwest Field cam. Pujols flipping the Franklin for that out. But that was a turning point inning.
Freddie Sanchez extended his hitting streak to 8 straight games with a base hit in the first inning, and had a couple of more hits.
Freddie raising the average up to 336.
A 5-1 game in favor of the Cardinals. Pirates down to their last out. Tomorrow night, Paul Mahalem on the hill for the Buccos against the Rockies. Check swing. Pujols scoops and tosses onto the pitcher covering, and that'll do it. The Bucs go down in order in the bottom of the 9th inning and fall to the Cardinals.